Hey there, what's going on? It's Lisa here, Raw Food for Kids, and I am making some, or I have made some bean burgers for tonight for dinner. I had in the previous video shown I bought a 2-pound bag of pinto beans for $1, and when I cooked all those up in my prep, it yielded 12 cups of cooked beans for $1. So I took about 8 cups worth and I bagged them up and I stuck them in my freezer, just so they freeze very, very well. And I put them in little baggies, 4 individual baggies that had 2 cups measured out of beans each. Because most likely I'm not going to need all those beans for the week. And even if I did, I can keep them nice and fresh on day 6 or 7, pulling them out of the freezer, than having them sit in my fridge for the entire week. So I froze a bunch of them, but I kept aside 4 cups. And so with these bean burgers, I took, I'm going to tell you how I made them. I took a blender and I put in 1 roti. I made some roti earlier. All right, so I had 4 of them, but I used 1 of them. I just kind of tore it up and I threw it in my blender. I have a Vitamix, but any blender or food processor will work. So I took 1 roti. If you didn't have roti and wanted to make this, you could use 1 slice of bread, any kind of bread. Then I put in 2 cups of cooked beans. I put in a 1/4 cup of diced onion. This was another item that I prepped up in advance. This was 1 large onion that I just finally diced up, and I used it yesterday in making the soup. And then I threw in a 1/4 cup for these burgers too. So just put a 1/4 cup of this in. Then I put in, for seasoning, I put in 1 tablespoon of cumin powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder. I put in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And all I did was blend that up until it was kind of creamy. The bread, everything was chopped up really fine, and just kind of mashed it up using the tamper. If you don't have the Vitamix, just keep on scraping the sides down. It doesn't take much to blend up the beans. They're very soft. So I just kind of blend that up. And then I dumped that mixture into a bowl, and I added another cup of these beans. So now it has a little bit of texture to it. But the parade beans is what kind of holds it together. So out of 3 cups of beans, okay, a 1/4 cup of an onion and 1 roti bread, I yielded 4 large bean burgers and 3 little smaller ones, because I'm actually, even though it's not included, I'm making for my kids tonight 3 little burgers, and then I've got 2 for each Jen and I, which I don't know if I can quite eat 2, maybe 1.5, so we might have some for lunch tomorrow or snack for later. So I yield 4 big ones and 3 small ones. This was 1/4 of the beans cooked, so that's 25 cents that I used, and I don't know, 1/4 cup of this onion, I'm guessing, I don't know, 5 cents. So I'm thinking in one of these little roti, which is a 1/4 cup of flour, I'm thinking all these burgers probably cost me 30 cents. I mean, come on, people. I was in Costco, and bean burger, it came out to be over $1 each, and it had so much stuff in it. I mean, a bean burger just needs to be beans. Beans and a little seasoning, you know? And that's what this is. And all I'm going to do is I'll show you the finished product when I cook them up tonight, how I'm assembling it and whatnot. But I'm going to bake this in the oven at 350. Everything is already cooked. You're just getting that kind of heating it through, number 1, and then just kind of giving a little bit of color. Sometimes I'll even pan fry it first in a frying pan just to get that sear, that nice little color on it. But and then I throw them in the oven. But I think I have a little parchment paper down. I'm just going to bake these. 350, probably about 10 to 15 minutes. And that's it. So stay tuned for how I assemble this and what I'm going to be serving with it. But yeah, these are just bean burgers. And one thing I like too about using the pinto beans is that they actually really do look like burger. Like that looks like actual burger meat, and some people might be turned off with that, but you know, a lot of people come from eating meat or still eat meat, or you have company over, and people eat with their eyes first. And you know, when you hear the word burger, people expect, like, you know, like I think more of a meat burger. And when this is cooked up, I mean, this really does look like a meat burger. for those of you that aren't offended with meat. But yeah, so give these a try. So simple, so good. Usually I add a little sriracha, some hot sauce in there too, but since I've got the kids, I kind of kept that out. But you feel free to spice it up with a little chili spice or something. And yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Remember, always eat happy foods, and stay tuned for what's next. I'm having fun with this, enjoying the food. The food is delicious. I don't feel like I'm on any kind of restriction or anything like that. So make sure you try out these recipes. All right, take care.